Well, as I'm always going to say, you walk in, there's a tailgate outside today, and for our guys, and the community's really coming together to support our guys in a variety of ways. So I usually I get a little wound up, and prior to the games, but I walked over there, shot a couple baskets, missed a few actually, had to make one layup to couldn't leave without making one, and it was cool. It was just a great environment, good music. And it was fun. So you come over here, and then they all came into the arena, and I thought that you could feel their presence. So the atmosphere, the appreciation for this community, and the support is never changing, and they're part of today's success. We came out, I thought, early. I think it was 8-8. Somehow they get 2 points. There was a lot of malfunctions today, but like one of them was like a goaltending that all of a sudden we were up 8-6, and I look up and we were tied. So there's a lot of little confusing things at the beginning of the game. The one thing that I thought we didn't do a great job of to start the game was getting the 50-50 balls. And a lot of those 50-50 balls were a result in late shot clock threes. They made probably 5 late shot clock threes. They banked one in. They did one right out of a baseline out of bounds. But like you knew the sense I had was, if they have to make those all game, eventually we're going to right the ship as long as we continue to do what we're supposed to do. And then we came out. Really, the second half started at the end of the first half. It was about a 10, 11-point game, and we did what we needed to do to cut it to 2. Had an opportunity to take the lead. Miles made a toughness play to get the ball back, and then we just kind of missed the shot at the end of the half and go in down 2. Made a couple of adjustments that we just had to do a little bit better at halftime, and then we ran out in the second half, and I thought we went on a 7-0 or something run, and then it was neck and neck through there. So it was a fun college basketball game to be part of.
It felt to me there was the play in the first half where it looked like maybe the ball had gone off the Ball State. It didn't. It almost felt like that was like, fine, watch what we do now. The response from right there.
We haven't gotten caught up really a lot this year in letting things that we cannot control anymore affect us. They said that it got knocked out, got deflected. The one referee said to that, and it probably did. And we just went out, and I can't even remember what we did right after that, but we, just kept playing. I thought that they go up 10. We just kept playing. We had a couple like just, wide open, miscues. But we just pushed the tempo right back. You have 39 points at half, and you're really not executing the way you need to do, and we're not guarding the way, and you're only down 2. We were winning. We wanted to hold number 1 and number 3 to below 20 points. I think they had 12. We wanted to win the free throw battle. For our team, we need to do a better job of making them, but we did. We made 15 to their 7, and that was huge for us. And then we won the rebounding battle by 15. So that was why the game was successful for us.
Coach, you talk about the middle 8 minutes of the basketball game. You guys outscored them 22-11. Just kind of flip the script on how important was that momentum going into the halftime?
It was huge because I think they went in at halftime. We went in with just kind of okay, we're right there. We're not doing what we needed to do, but we did for that little stretch. So then we saw what we were able to do and what was effective. I thought, Ring was really active. I mean, he has 10 rebounds. He makes 9 out of 10 free throws. I thought he was really, really active. You could sense his overall activity in the loose balls and kind of 50-50. He was close on a few of them. And then Arnie, was just a warrior. I mean, he was, how many blocks did he? He has 3. I'm going back through that one. I mean, I felt like he was blocking shots or alternate shots left and right. But that was, he's 3 for 3, 14 rebounds, 8 points. Ray had a huge, I thought the 1-2 coming out was just fun to play. It was a fun play. Ray deflected the ball, hustled, kicked it up to, like, loose ball, saved it. Brian got it. We're up by 2. He kicks it back to Ray. Ray shoots it. And I think he was even at one point, kind of like when he walked over to the huddle, kind of like, I don't, my bad. Like, no, shoot that. I mean, that was one of those, I've seen it for 4-5 years in this gym. It would have been unbelievable. But again, we missed it. We're up by 2. We go right back down there. And they scored, didn't? I don't know. But to answer your question, I thought we had a lot of little plays within the plays, and then we had some really like big time warrior moments.
What about your defense in the second half? You guys only gave up 28 second half points.
Well, we talked about impacting the ball more. I thought that we started trusting one another more through our second and third rotations. There was a couple times that they got deep, into the lane, and we didn't give up on the play. They felt us, I think, way more in the second half. Not just like trying to like do right, but we were physical, taking the game to them defensively at some key points. And there was, and then we started getting the 50-50 balls. Then we started getting those rebounds. There was one time I think they had 3 or 4 baseline out of bounds in a row when we got to stop, but they kept getting the ball right back, and we just didn't break in that little segment. We just kept doing it. Darian Baker was a huge part of that little segment as well.
And then the duo of Ring and Freeze kind of starting to really pull this team together and take off. How important can these two be getting into conference play?
Very important. I mean, you have premier players. I mean, they're big time players, and I think that when you have guys that are capable of doing what they are capable of doing on the court, and they step up in the game. You have a premier player stepping up in a big time game. That's going to be huge for us. And I think Ray comes up before the game and he's like, I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna go all in. And for him to be able to do that, Declan Dillon has to give you 10 minutes. So Declan goes in there for 10 minutes, moves the ball, holds his own, does everything we need to do. Now Ray has a little bit more energy, a little bit more pop to go on, make some of his like Ray shots. Okay. Ring I thought was huge. Miles did an unbelievable job on one. We called a timeout, didn't execute. They came out of zone. We didn't execute great. Got a shot off. Miles gets a 50-50 ball, gets the ball back up. Ring goes in and gets fouled. So now we go up by 6 on a possession that we didn't score on the initial effort. The initial play. So those were those things. Ring got fouled in the lane at one point, I think, to go up 4 or 6 as well. So it's very important for us all to be capable, live up to what our capabilities are, because I believe in this team. Thanks.